Hey guys, Eric and Eric here, back at you with another episode of Talking Dead. We're going to be talking about the second episode of The Walking Dead, so let's get right into it. We're going to have a little bit of a disagreement here, I think.
Yeah. As much as I love the first one, I have to say this was a disappointment for me. And I think it all comes down to Merle Dixon. Merle Dixon being the first major character not from the comic books, which I'm not against in theory. I'm cool with them introducing new characters, but this guy, I didn't buy him. I just thought he felt like a caricature. He was, the second we meet him, he's shooting his gun off, he's calling people horribly racist terms to their face, and he's saying he's now the leader, and I just didn't buy into that guy.
Yeah. See, I kind of dug it. Well, first of all, I dug the fact that we're seeing a lot more of the camp now. We get an introduction to it at the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Now we're slowly but surely meeting members of the survivor camp. And I actually kind of dug Merle Dixon's character because, you know, in these extreme circumstances, it brings out, and a lot of times, the worst of everybody, you know, the worst, your true self. So if this guy is just this kind of racist redneck, I think it's going to come out to kind of the extreme, you know?
Yeah, I guess my one problem is buying that they would ever let him in the camp if he's like that. Because I know zombie apocalypse, we all got to stick together. Yeah. But if you're that much of an a-hole, like the second we meet him, that he can't hold himself back, I'm like, they're going to let him camp with them and the kids. I guess that's what I really didn't buy. They never have him be around.
Maybe he brings something. Maybe he brings some sort of survival hunting skills. I don't know.
He better be a damn good hunter, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. What'd you think about Glenn? He's one of the big characters from the comic.
Glenn was a lot of fun, and my favorite part of this episode was the whole opening sequence where Glenn helps Rick escape from that tank, and you know, the whole getting through the streets, going up the ladder. That was really exciting, really cool. And even the lead up to meeting the other characters where they kind of run out with those masks on and beat the hell out of the zombies. So I really liked Glenn, the fact that you could see he's resourceful. He knows what he's doing more than a lot of people in this scenario.
Yeah, from the comics, we meet Glenn and Andrea, I believe, as well in this episode. Yeah. And, but for me, Glenn was the moment when they meet up in the fire escape and he says his name and they shake hands. It's like, all right, there was this really cool, just kind of sensation there. And I dug the fact at the very end, I know you didn't quite like it, but when Glenn's driving off in the kind of red, I don't know if it's a vet or it's a sports car of some sort, and he's like, woohoo, this moment of elation.
Yeah, it felt a little goofy to me. I don't know, maybe it was the music choice, but it just, again, the first episode was sort of so subdued and sort of cerebral, and the second one is just like in your face a little too much. I will say though, the episode is called Guts, and it lives up to that name. I did love when they have to cover themselves in all that gore to get by the zombies. It just, first of all, once again, look, we're not holding back on the gore here. Here it is. And it was a scary sequence as it starts to rain and the zombies start to get closer and closer to them. I thought that was great.
Why don't you guys let us know what you thought about the episode? Feel free to leave some comments below. And until then, we'll come at you next week with another installment.